I'm Lisa, the Barefoot Pampered Chef, and I hope that you're having a wonderful Sunday morning, hopefully with some family. I just wanted to do a quick demo. I have some family coming over tonight, and everybody seems to love corn and bacon, so I'm going to make a really quick corn and bacon pasta salad, and I'm going to show you two of my favorite Pampered Chef items. They're just, I can't live without them. I've actually had one of them since college. So that was at least 9 or 10 years ago, and it's my favorite thing ever. So right now, I just want to set the scene. What I'm doing is I've got some bacon in my skillet here, just kind of crisping up. I've already gotten rid of a little bit of the fat, so I don't have to drain it while I'm on camera. So I've got about, I would say, half a pound of bacon in here, just regular bacon. It's actually called naked bacon from Westside Market. And I've got that crisping up. I've cut it into little strips. So what I'm going to do with that while that's crisping up is I'm going to show you my first item. So this is the Kernel Cutter. I love this item. My son loves to eat corn on the cob. However, he's 7, so he started losing his front teeth, so it's a little bit hard to eat the corn on the cob itself. So when I got this, it was a lifesaver. So all you're going to do is take your sweet corn and take your kernel cutter and put the blade towards the kernel, and hopefully you guys can see this while I'm doing it, and just run it down the side of the kernel, or side of the cob. And all of those lovely kernels will just fall right off. So I've already done this to about 3 other cobs. So I'm going to do this one right here to show you. And I'm going to do one more. So I've got about 5 corn cobs that I've done. And like I always say, keep your prep sink or your garbage bowl right next to you so you can throw stuff in there, so you don't have to make a mess. And I always do this on my Pampered Chef cutting board so that I can just fold it up and throw it in a bowl. So I'm going to do one more. Move this sink, see if you guys can see this a little bit better. Just going to slide it right down that cob. Easy as pie. I'm just trying not to make a mess, so that's the only reason I'm not going fast. You can do this in a bowl. I just wanted to do it this way so that I could show you guys how to do it. That, and I love how the Pampered Chef mat just kind of folds up so I can stick the stuff where I want it. So I'm going to put that in my sink because I'm done with it. Scrape this off a little bit to get all the nice juices from that corn. And I'm done with this as well. So I can just throw that in my sink. Clean up my area really quickly here. So my bacon looks like it's nice and crispy. So I'm going to turn that heat down a little bit. And I'm going to throw my corn in. Now just watch, the corn does have a lot of water content and you are throwing it into grease, so it might splash up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of roast that corn and that bacon fat. I didn't say that this was a healthy dish. We're just going to mix it all around until it gets nice and warm and the corn starts to pick up some of that crispness from the bacon. So while that is sitting, I'm going to show you my second favorite item from Pampered Chef that, like I said, I've had since college. This is the large micro-cooker. So it's got this really nice snap-on lid. The snap-on lid actually has holes in it, so I can use it as a strainer. So what I did earlier before I started this video is I threw in a pound of elbow macaroni, and I just covered it with water, maybe about ½ inch above the macaroni. And I threw that into the microwave for a good 10 minutes. You might have to play with it a little bit. Pasta can be a little finicky, but usually 10 minutes or go in 5-minute intervals and you should be fine. So I'm just going to hold the lid on and I'm going to drain it out. I'm not going to drain this fully because I do want some of that pasta liquid in there just to use for my sauce. And I'm gonna grab my bowl that have just my corn in it. And if you see, that's a lovely pound of elbow macaroni. And I'm just gonna toss that in my bowl. And just break it up a little bit. Breaks up really nicely. So there's that. What I'm going to add to that to kind of make a little bit of a sauce while our corn is cooking is I've got about a cup of Parmesan cheese. You can do as much or as little as you like. I just happen to like Parmesan. So I'm going to throw that in there. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt and black pepper. So now as you see, I've got these pretty nifty little salt and pepper shakers. You can buy some from Pampered Chef as well. These happen to be a Christmas present, so I love using them. That, and they stick to my stove because they're magnetized. So I'm just going to give this a quick mix. And the next thing that I'm going to add is some chopped basil and some chives that I just picked from my herb garden. Everyone's kind of nervous, and I'm definitely not a green thumb when it comes to planting, but herbs are really easy. I have all different types of herbs on my back patio. And so what I'm going to do is just take a handful of the chopped basil and a handful of the chopped chives, and I'm going to mix this in. So it makes it a nice herby corn and bacon pasta. Speaking of which, I'm going to stir this. Pardon my cats, they're over there fighting. It happens every morning. Girls. Girls. So I'm going to mix these herbs in with my pasta. Oh my gosh, the smell. I'm getting an herb pasta facial here. Steam facials from food are probably the only facial that I would ever get, and it's just great. So now that my corn and my bacon has kind of simmered together and it's all nice and kind of married, I'm going to pour this into my pasta. I'm betting you could serve this cold or warm. I think I might actually serve it as a cold dish tonight. But I'm going to grab a big bite of it warm today. Let me go grab a fork. So as you see, we made this beautiful corn and herb and pasta salad using our large micro cooker to cook the pasta in the microwave for you, and using our kernel cutter to take that corn off. And I'm just going to give this a big bite. Oh, it's really good. You have to try it. And next week, if you tune in, I'm actually going to be demoing our rock crock. You can use the rock crock Dutch oven in the oven, on the grill, on the stove, in the microwave, and it even has a setting that comes for a slow cooker. So hopefully you tune in to me next weekend, and I am the Barefoot Pampered Chef. You can see any of this information at www.pamperedchef.biz/Lisa Wright, LISAWRIGHT. Thanks, and have a great Sunday.